Hello everyone, I'm Dimitri Gourdin, CEO of Zoo. It's my pleasure to welcome you to Zoo today for this information session on the Focus program. Zoo is a project initiated by Guy Laliberté, founder of Cirque du Soleil and Groupe Lune Rouge. Our mission is to support entrepreneurs in the entertainment and technology industry to help them develop, scale, and export their major intellectual properties. Since 2018, more than 300 startups have applied to join our programs and 50 have participated in our cohorts. These companies are offering the entertainment industry cutting-edge products and solutions that set new standards in terms of production tools, content distribution and monetization platform, as well as audience engagement, whether it's in music, immersive experiences, mixed realities, or lifestyle and wellness. We are now recruiting startups for the next cohort of Focus. It's a program that prepares your company for the first round of funding and helps you develop a strong go-to-market strategy with the support of guides who are either entrepreneurs or executives in the industry. We look forward to reading your application. Zoo works with many partners to support your project. I would like in particular to thank National Bank, the Ministère de l'Économie et de l'Innovation, and the City of Montreal for their contribution to the Focus program. I will now leave you in the hands of our program team, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Bonjour à tous. Mon message s'adresse à tous les entrepreneurs qui souhaitent propulser et accélérer leur entreprise créative. Mon équipe des industries créatives de la Banque nationale avons eu l'opportunité d'expérimenter avec les entreprises de la cohorte Focus la portée, l'impact et l'organisation du programme mené par l'équipe passionnée et structurante de Zoo. Ils ont réuni un ensemble d'experts prêts à écouter, comprendre et conseiller en fonction de vos besoins. Je vous parle d'expérience de première ligne car mon équipe a eu le plaisir d'échanger avec les entrepreneurs et de répondre aux questions et conseiller. Ces échanges se veulent vraiment coller sur les besoins prioritaires et donc concrets et pertinents pour solidifier votre entreprise. Aussi, d'un point de vue humain, vous entrerez dans une communauté et dans la famille Zoo. Une expérience qui vous sera enrichissante et de nouvelles relations qui vous suivront. Je vous invite vivement à appliquer pour le programme Focus de Zoo à partir d'aujourd'hui et ce jusqu'au 27 août. Et maintenant, sans plus tarder, je vous souhaite un excellent événement.
Hi everyone, welcome to this information session on Zoo's Focus program. My name is Olivier, I'm in the programs team at Zoo, and today we'll be covering all of the details, the activities of the experience of the next cohort of the Focus program that will take place from October to December. So I'm happy to be here. We'll be taking questions during the event, so you can comment below whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. Submit your questions below, and at the end we'll have a good Q&A session where we'll be able to go over your questions and answer them. I'm Thrilled to be live today from the Zoo webcast studio. It's one of our creative tools here in the Zoo building and that you can come and use and try out. And before we launch into the presentation, I'd just like to thank the partners that make the whole experience possible. The next cohort is sponsored and supported by Banque Nationale. Thank you to all of the partners who support our mission. And so let's dive into the details and the content of the focus program. And we'll start by tackling a bit of what Zoo means, or the Zoo identity. You'll see we'll be talking about Zoo first, then covering the resources we have for creative businesses, our scope also, so what kind of industry and technology we're looking into, whether you're eligible for the program, what are the basis of being eligible to apply to the focus program, why you should apply, all of the activities of the program, rundown of what you can expect from the focus program. We'll be having a look at the guides, the mentors that are taking part in the next program, and also we'll have a quick glance at some of the alumni startups of Zoo. Well, first of all, what is Zoo? For those of you that don't know or are not familiar with Zoo, our mission is to support creative entrepreneurs that combine entertainment and technology. Those are really the keywords of the foundation at the base of everything we do for Zoo. If there was another keyword to remember, it would also be intellectual property. Well, you'll have heard it from Dimitri, our new director, in the introduction video. Zoo was founded by Guy Laliberté with the intention of equipping local entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs from all over with the resources to scale and build their IP. So Zoo really supports or is devoted to entrepreneurs from entertainment tech. We like to say Zoo is a place where we are rethinking or preparing tomorrow's entertainment. Zoo is a community, it's also a creative hub where multiple things. We are, first of all, a building downtown in a heritage complex called the Complexe de la Maison Alcan in the heart of downtown Montreal. We have a lively community here at Zoo, co-working spaces, closed office space. We offer remote and digital incubation and acceleration programs. We have different tools here on the premises at Zoo. We have a 5G lab equipped with groundbreaking first pre-commercial 5G signal in Canada. So for people who want to test the next generation of wireless connection and all of its promises for virtual reality. We also have many other tools. We have an atrium that's currently in the works, so a big space under glass in the center of the complex where we'll be hosting different events related to the Zoo startup community. This is just to give you an idea of what buildings we occupy. So the red dots mean the buildings that Zoo inhabits for the moment. So there are a couple of old historical buildings that were remodeled and redesigned all colorfully, where we host startups and where we have all of our programming and creative tools. Zoo is really in the core of Montreal in the historical Golden Square Mile district. So if you're in Montreal or if you come by, I'd encourage you to come and tour or have a look at all of our co-working space, our office space, the meeting rooms. You can have a look around. It'll make it real if you're ever in Montreal. The 5G lab we're lucky to have is a collaboration with TELUS and Lenovo. It's equipped, as I was saying, with 5G signal, and 5G is revolution. Speeds are many times a multiple of current generation of wireless cell phone networks. At the lab, we have a VR, AR production room. We have editing rooms for audio and video, and multi-purpose workstations supplied by Lenovo. Our creative tools at Zoo include a podcast studio. A podcast studio, a webcast studio. This is where I'm talking to you from, and a motion capture kit for all of your tech projects. The atrium now is a creative destination that's currently in the final stages of completion. It should open soon, and this is where we'll be hosting showcases, launches, events of all kinds for the Zoo community. It'll be at your service. Here are a few results now of Some key figures of the community we've built up to now. Zoo is 51 startups that have took part in the program, over 8 cohorts since 2018, since Zoo launched. We have 10 resident companies on site that have office space here and that have settled in this summer. We have more room, people are signing up furiously, so I'm hearing it's pretty popular. There's still some possibility to come and use the co-working space. We received close to 300 applications since last year for our cohorts. During the last cohort of the Focus program, we had 400 guests signed up to the Zoo Demo Day, where the 10 startups were presented to the public. Our alumni startups have an impressive survival rate even through the pandemic. And finally, I mentioned that there are over 100 people involved in the success of the programs of the cohorts we organize at Zoo. Quick look at our programs now. At Zoo, we've built and structured 3 programs for different stages of a business. I'll say a quick word about the Genesis program, although it's not the focus of today's event. Well, Genesis is meant for ideation and validation. It's for startups that have an idea that want to be sure there is a fit within the market. Focus is our flagship program. Of course, it's the main thing we're going to talk about today. Well, Focus is built for companies that have a functional prototype. Focus helps you prepare a first funding round and define your key objectives and results. Focus is based around entrepreneurial group mentorship. So we have an amazing team of mentors. That's the biggest strength of the program. The experience lasts 10 weeks, and there will be 8 companies taking part in the next cohort of the program. Now, what we've got coming up, it's not yet operational, is the Vector program, and that's closely connected with the development of Zoo Capital, which is Zoo's investment arm. It's a new investment fund for entertainment tech projects, seed or pre-seed stage, that will invest mostly in Zoo alumni. So taking part in Focus is a good step towards approaching the team of Zoo Capital. Zoo Capital is a new venture. It's still being set up. We're still exploring the connection with their team. But the Vector program would support startups funded by Zoo Capital over a few months with mentors that will help you unlock the next checks or the next rounds of private equity funding. Our calendar for this year, so in the spring of this year, we ran 2 cohorts, one of Genesis and one of Focus. This fall, we're launching 1 cohort of Focus, and we're also preparing the first edition of the Vector program. So the 3rd cohort of Focus, the topic of today, will run from October to December. A bit about our scope. So who does Zoo support? Well, our focus is really on the entertainment industry. And yes, you'll be hearing me say focus a lot today. We recoup all kinds of different branches of the entertainment industry, whether it's digital, immersive entertainment, music and audio, wellness also, which is a growing trend, performing arts, film, TV, and video. So to enter or to benefit from a program at Zoo, you have to combine a technology. So any technology from the ones that are listed, there are many others also. We have lots of startups working with AI, with haptics, with the Internet of Things, with 5G and virtual reality. So you have to count on a branch of the entertainment sector and a technology. Our programs are meant for international applicants, Focus especially. Focus is built for startups from all over. You do not need to be in Quebec or in Montreal. It's a digital remote program that is optimized for 3 different time zones, whether you are on the West Coast, whether you are in Montreal or New York time, or in Europe, in Western Europe. Focus targets companies from all of those countries, but international applicants from all over are welcome to apply to the program. Why should you apply to a program at Zoo? Well, the first and biggest perk of joining a program at Zoo is the Zoo community. There are not that many incubators or support programs devoted to the entertainment industry. Zoo has gathered an incredible community of experts, of peers, of corporate partners who are active in the sector. Joining a program at Zoo is the chance to connect with all of these people. It's a networking opportunity. Zoo has a pretty proven and solid track record. We've organized 8 cohorts since 2018. We've done everything remotely since last year, and our startups have had only good words for their support and the accompaniment they've received. Finally, as I've mentioned, we also have tech cutting-edge tools at Zoo, the 5G TELUS Lab, as well as all kinds of platforms that you would discover during the program. Focus is meant to propel and accelerate a creative company. The idea of Focus is to prepare a first round of VC funding, to define the objective and key results of your organization, but also, and I'd say most of all, to create or carve out a key place in the entertainment market, to grow your presence in the market. The next cohort of Focus will run from October 4 to December 10. It's 10 weeks, and you can apply until August 27. So if you're joining me now, you can submit questions down below in the comments, wherever you're watching, and I'll take them at the end. And you can also launch or start an application right now as we're speaking from the Zoo website. Just have to navigate to the Focus program page and click on the red Apply Now button. You can start an application, you can save it, you can write us if you want any insight or comments, and we'll be happy to help. So apply until August 27. For Focus, you need to have a functional prototype or a solution that's been sold even or tested by some people. It can be a bare bones MVP, but it has to be something that the mentors will be able to help you with. The idea is you come in with a functional prototype, you structure and solidify your business, and this will all help you do the due diligence process, build your investor deck, everything you need to be equipped with to go and approach private investors or equity funds to go and knock on the right doors. Focus means you get the support of incredible mentors. That's the biggest strength of the program, as I've said. Each startup gets the support of 3 specific guides during the program, or mentors, and they will help you advise, they will help you build your strategy on many different levels. You meet them weekly for an hour, the 3 same guides, during the 10 weeks. There are on-demand consultations with experts. You will meet the validation circle, which is built of companies that potentially want to buy local or tech solutions to try them out. You will grow your network, you will access the tools, and you'll benefit from services valued at about 30,000 Canadian. You can be expected after the program to have validated your product development roadmap, your business model with the guidance of the mentors, and your market with the early adopters of the validation circle. The program helps you build your funding strategy and your go-to-market strategy, how to market your solution to your audience, to your key customer segments. Focus, here's a little timeline just to help you navigate the next dates. Well, you can apply until August 27. The selection process takes place in September. At the end of the month of September, we'll have selected the 8 startups taking part in the process. The program kicks off at the end of September, early October, with the match, which is what we call the first week of the program, where you meet all of the guides and all of the people taking part in the program. So it's a full-time week of meetings, of networking, and from the preferences and the fits you've developed during that week, we'll be able to match you with suitable mentors. And vice versa, and the other way around. The mentors will also have their word to say. The program finishes on December 10, and after the program you have access to different things. You can come and set up shop here at Zoo. You can take part in the Vector program if there is interest from the Zoo Capital team. You can help, you can approach private investors with the tools you'll have built during the program. You can use the Zoo facilities, and we can help you at Zoo apply to many different public funding opportunities to mesh you with the entertainment network. Focus, in short, is 6 blocks of content. You have peer-to-peer workshops where you meet weekly with the other entrepreneurs in the cohort, the guiding sessions, which are the mentoring weekly 1-hour sessions on Friday, what we call infusion workshops, where you'll apply and learn different concepts from key corporate partners such as TELUS, National Bank, Norton Rose Fulbright. So how to optimize your fiscality, tax credits, how to protect your IP, how to sell to large companies, many other topics. Expert consults on demand, pitch clinics to help you refine and maximize the impact of your story, and the validation circle, which is built of companies from Quebec who are interested in buying or testing out solutions that take part in the program. Can you apply? Well, to apply to Focus, you need to combine a few different things. You have to be working with entertainment and tech, as I've said. You have to be building something innovative or disruptive, something that's really going to reshape the industry, that has big potential in your eyes. And you have to be building something that's yours, that you can protect. So intellectual property, something that belongs to you and that you will be able to scale and export. You need to have a functional prototype. If you're not based in Quebec, you need to have the intention to connect with the local industry or develop links to the ecosystem. Montreal is a hotbed for AI and for different other technologies. Some companies have taken part in Focus to hire locally or to open up an office locally. That's a possibility. And you need to assign a founder to the program. The founder needs to be available, for 10 weeks, not 12. The first week is full-time, and then it's an involvement about 10 hours for the following weeks. Well, to benefit from Focus, you have to want to meet people, obviously, inspiring mentors from the top echelons of the industry. You want to have to prepare a private funding strategy, and you want to be sure that you're validating your market strategy, or you're on the eve of launching into your market phase. Quick look at the selection criteria. I'll go quickly over this, and this content will be available after if you want to rewatch the presentation. If you've missed something, if you thought it was too long, you'll be able to break it down in parts and scroll down. So here are the few of the criteria that the selections committee is going to look at. Mostly the important thing is to have IP, to work with the technology, and to be related to one of the verticals of Zoo, so audience engagement, protocols, platforms and marketplaces, and creative tools. Our philosophy of mentoring is based on the venture mentoring system that originated in MIT. So we believe in group mentoring. We've recruited about 30 guides, and we're still confirming the next group of guides. About a third of them will be from other countries and 20 from Quebec and Canada. And these guys have experience in all business models. So whether it be SaaS, e-commerce, media, ad revenue, we've made sure to pick them according to their skill sets so that they can support any range of creative businesses. Here's a quick snapshot of the guides that have confirmed that they will be coming back for the next cohort. We're very lucky to have Bertrand Cesvet, who's executive chairman of Sidley, who's got impressive experience in the advertising industry. Delphine Pou from Murmure, who's worked at Mishmash, Vice Media in monetization of media content. Mark Tobin from LA, who's an investor and advisor from many firms and startups. Brandon Pankey, who works at Live Nation Urban, who's just launched a new on-demand video network called Apex for musical artists. Catherine Laporte, who's got experience in retail and marketing and e-commerce. Lotfi El-Gandouri, who's running his own business, who advises NGOs and startups on building creative ecosystems. Alexandre Cyr is from Microsoft. He's worked in the tech industry. He's originally an engineer, can help you build connections, develop your business. We've got investment specialists like Gilles Lebranche, who's the investment manager at the FIC, Quebec Investment Fund for Creative Initiatives. André Lavigne, who is part of our programming this week at Zoo, who's founder and chief advisor in his boutique firm. He advises and gives counsel to startups. And finally, Marie-Noëlle is not yet confirmed. We're hoping she's coming back, but Marie-Noëlle Gagnon is Chief Talent Officer at the Cirque du Soleil and can help you with leadership HR skills. Here's a quick look at some of the alumni of the Focus program, just to give you an idea of the type of companies that have participated in Focus and benefited and grown their business and really prepared their market strategies. First of all, Galea is a good success story for us. Gallia was part of last year's focus program, the first official cohort of the program. And Gallia is a platform for local art purchases. It was hard to find local art. Gallia makes it easy with an online online shopping experience. And they're also working with many different new technologies, AI, IoT, to build recommendations for your spaces and the needs of customers who want to have art in their homes and in their workplaces. Gallia has just moved into Zoo, so they're above my head at the moment. They're in one of our private office spaces, and they're generating much more interest from private investment firms than ever. Teste is a well-known brand in Montreal and Quebec. Teste is a media for culinary restaurant content. Teste participated in Next.ai and then decided to join the Zoo program to build a value proposition. Teste is building a recommendation engine for foodies. So based on the places you frequent, the restaurants or the bars you like to visit, well, Teste will be able to match you with suitable places in many different localities. Teste has international traffic and recognition and is a very active, is a very well-known brand here in Montreal. So Amin took part, just finished in last cohort of the focus program, and really was able to refine their proposition and carve out the key steps of the development of their recommendation engine. BeatConnect now is a tool for real-time remote collaboration. It's compatible across many DAWs, whether it be GarageBand, Ableton, Audacity, all of those softwares that help you produce music. Well, BeatConnect is a plugin that helps people record and collaborate on productions live. During the focus program, they settled on their business model and they were able to build many contacts in the industry to export and scale. BeatConnect is a really promising startup. I'd invite you to check them out if you like music, if you enjoy recording or creating any type of musical content. They're really on the way up. Another startup that just finished the focus program that was in our demo day last month is Audio Design Desk, a company from LA that works with AI and that has built a software tool to help sound editors accelerate their work. So Audio Design Desk is meant for video productions, and with the help of all kinds of AI improvements, it helps you match sounds with video content. There's a library of sounds embedded in the program, and Audio Design Desk wanted to build connections with the local ecosystem in Montreal. Gabe, I think, really enjoyed the program and the support of the mentors. Happily Robotics is a company from Montreal that works in haptics, so in touch recognition devices. They have many customers in the emergency response industry, so whether it be in the medical field or the firefighting field, but they joined Focus to work on their entertainment stream or their entertainment line of products. They have developed a VR haptic device that allows you to immerse yourself in VR experiences. So that goes hand in hand with the excitement and the development of VR solutions we've been seeing in the last few years. And so they're a team of engineers. Georges actually is the only one who's not an engineer, and he took part in the last cohort of the program this year. NowStage, last Alumni I'll mention, is a company from Nantes in France, and Paul decided to sign up for the focus program to get acquainted with the local market. So Montreal was a stepping stone for him for the North American market. It was an opportunity of coming over and well, virtually, of course, he will come physically at some point, but of discovering the local market and exporting their solution here in Quebec, Canada, the USA. NowStage is an automated tracking device for stages, allows you to build light plans with the help of AI, really facilitates stage work, and it's automated, beaconless. It's a physical product that you can install in front of a stage that helps light and professionals build really convincing staging designs. Now, one thing I'll mention is that you can reach us at any point if you have any questions about the program. So whether it be on our social media, our email, or a more direct line, well, here's the direct email to the programs team, and you'll get a response from me or Alika, who's the other program manager here at Zoo. You can write to programme in French with an S at zoomtl.com, and you can write to us with any questions about your application. The main thing I'd like you to concentrate on would be to start an application. If you think you're interested in the program, if you think you have potential with the program, start an application, you can save it, you can come back to it, and the team here at Zoo will be able to have a look at it from the back end and advise you on what it needs to be strong in the eyes of the selection committee. There are many partners who help us advance and operate and who support our mission. More than 30 public and private partners we're very lucky to have who help us organize and offer these cohorts. One thing that's important to mention is that Zoo is a free experience, or the focus program is free. There are no fees associated, and Zoo does not take any equity in participating startups. Thank you for tuning in to the information session. We have a bit of time for questions now. I don't know if there have been any during the event, any kind of questions about the whole process or the whole experience. Who will evaluate my application? Question from YouTube. That's interesting. Well, Zoo does not directly choose the startups who make up the cohorts. So we resort to, or we have the help of a selection committee who is composed of private partners, entrepreneurs, people who have lots of experience in the entertainment tech industry. And so that selection committee is about 10 or 15 people who will thoroughly read through every application there is. And there are many of them for the focus program. I'd say for the focus program, it's about one company in 5 or 6 that gets selected. They read thoroughly through all the applications and are able to help us pick the cohort and pick the best startups who will succeed. Now, one thing that's also important to say before we jump maybe into the next question is that the important thing at Zoo is to apply. That's the first step to join the Zoo community. Zoo is also a member community now. You can join Zoo, become a member, you can access all kinds of perks. But the first step to engage with the community is to apply to the program. And if you apply, even if you don't make the cohort, we'll be able to suggest some maybe initiatives, send ideas your way, or help you, and that'll be the first step of our relationship. So I encourage you to apply, even if you're not sure about some criteria or some aspects of the application. Apply, we'll know you, and we'll get to help you better. Were there any, okay, how many phases in the selection process? Basically, it's not too complicated. The selection process is your form online that you fill out. It doesn't take that much time. If you're used to describing your business and your solution, it'll be pretty easy. There are lots of multiple choice questions. You submit the application, the committee reads through. The committee will summon a couple of projects to the interview phase. The interview is really a pretty simple affair. It's a short sit-down session, well, virtual, with just to be sure there is a fit between the team and the mentors. After the interview phase, well, there are 8 projects who are awarded an offer, who were given an offer to take part in the cohort of the program. So I'd say all in all about 2 or 3 phases, depending how you look at it: application, interview, and selection. If you take part in the Zoo program and you're in Montreal, you will get some form of membership here. So you will be able to come in and benefit from the co-working space. It depends on the number of startups we have locally, but we're working on giving you some kind of flexible arrangement to access the space and to maybe join some of the digital events from the Zoo building. So one thing that's important to reiterate is that you don't need to be in Montreal to join Focus. You can apply from all over. The program is built for different time zones. It's built to be offered remotely, and it will still be offered delivered digitally because we have many international mentors who also enjoy the opportunity. Other questions? Are nonprofits eligible? Well, we don't look at the structure of the business that much. The important thing is that whether you're a nonprofit or a for-profit company, you have to have a product that's looking for a market. You have to have the intention to scale, to build, to grow. Those are really the keywords and the impulsion we want to see in an application. So whether you're a nonprofit or a for-profit company, you really have to target a customer segment and want to grow your market. And that's the really important thing you'll be evaluated on in the process. The program at Zoo doesn't cost a thing. It's free to join. There is no equity that is taken by Zoo for the Focus program, and so you can take part in the experience free of charge, and you will get access to all of the resources and services here. Yeah, I'd encourage you to try to apply. We don't want to set any barriers for entry, so we really want to be accessible to startups. That's our main intention. So I think that was it for the questions for now. You'll be able to view this presentation again if you want to go over, pour over some sections. Thank you very much for attending. I'd really encourage you to have a look at the program page, to start an application, and to write to us if you have any questions. So happy to have been there. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye.